Draymond Green just dropped a take on Jordan Poole that's turning heads, and Pelicans fans are definitely going to want to hear this. In classic Draymond fashion, he didn't hold back, saying things that challenged the way people have been viewing Poole since his Warriors exit. He hinted that Poole's style, mindset, and untapped potential could thrive in the right system, and suggested that a team like the Pelicans might be the perfect fit. It's a mix of praise, honesty, and that trademark Draymond edge. If this take gains traction, it could spark serious trade buzz and change how fans see Poole's future. Welcome, basketball fanatics, strap in, because you are about to hear something jaw-dropping, something that's going to make waves and send whispers through New Orleans and beyond. Picture this: Draymond Green, the fiery heart and defensive guru of the Warriors, just dropped a bomb on Jordan Poole that nobody saw coming. Yes, even Pelicans fans are sitting up, ears burning, because this one hits right at home. What did Draymond say about Poole? Why is everyone talking? And what does this mean for Pelicans fans, Warriors fans, Poole himself, and the entire NBA narrative? Get ready, because we're diving deep and fast, bringing you every electrifying detail, every reaction, every possible fallout, all the while keeping that pulse racing, that adrenaline high. If you want perspectives that cut through the noise, you're in the right place. Let's start at the heart of it. Draymond, ever bold, ever unfiltered, stepped to the mic and unleashed a take on Jordan Poole that stopped everyone mid-tweet. He didn't just critique. He challenged. He painted a picture that reframed Poole's season, his potential, his ceiling. Whether you're a Pelicans diehard or tuning in from Golden State, this one stings with possibility, with controversy, with pure storytelling gold. Draymond, a man who craves intensity, who thrives in chaos, who thinks in defensive sets, closeouts, matchups, rotations. He knows basketball. But he isn't just talking X's and O's. He's speaking legacy. He's speaking identity. And his take? It's a challenge to Jordan Poole to redefine himself, to stretch beyond the scorer, to become something more, something rare. And that's exactly the kind of narrative arc that Pelicans fans who've watched Poole develop and then move on are dying to hear, because it signals, hey, he's still on the radar. He's still evolving. Let me pull you all the way inside that moment, because context is everything. It was a media session after a Warriors game, standard fare. Press questions. Expected responses. But then someone asked about Jordan Poole. And Draymond leaned into the mic. He looked centered, laser-focused. Then he let it rip. He said, and I'm paraphrasing because every syllable matters, people think Poole is just a scorer, just a guy who can shoot. But he's got something deeper. He's got a defender's IQ hiding in there, a disruptor's instincts that are underplayed. I'm telling you, Poole could be a real two-way weapon if he buys in defensively. Pause. The room froze. Cameras flashed. Pens scribbled. You could feel the weight. It wasn't a diss. It wasn't a hype machine. It was a revelation. That statement reframes Poole. It challenges him. It says, I see more in you. You could be so much bigger. For Pelicans fans, this is pure fuel. You let go of him. You felt the sting of losing a homegrown talent. But here's a legend, Draymond, pointing at him from across the league and shining a light. That's not just basketball talk, it's emotional. It's narrative. It's the kind of line that sparks dinner table debates. Was he underrated? Was the trade a mistake? Is there more to come? People online exploded. Highlights, clips, TikToks, Twitter feeds all lit up. Draymond thinks Poole is more than a scorer. The comments ranged from finally somebody says it to Poole's defense will never be that. Spoiler alert, we're going to unpack every angle why this matters, what Poole needs to prove, and why Pelicans fans should be paying attention. Because if Draymond's right, Poole could still carve out a legacy, and possibly lead his team to unexpected heights. So let's break it down. First, what did Draymond really mean when he said Poole has a defender's IQ? Listen, Draymond is one of the best defensive minds in the game. He picks apart off-ball movement, reads screens, anticipates cuts. If he sees those instincts in Poole, that's not casual. That's gold. It means Poole knows how to move his feet, how to position, how to trap, how to rotate, skills that don't pop up on the scoreboard, but they anchor games. Pelicans fans, ask yourselves, did you ever see Poole disrupt passing lanes in the scrimmage? Did you see him slide in to help rotations? Even small flashes? That was Poole possible, and Draymond saw it, calling it out in the harshest, spotlight-lit moment possible. It's not praise or hype, it's an invitation to step up. Second, the narrative of Poole. He came in raw, electric, energized. A scorer. A spark. He lit up defenses, lit up arenas. But that flashy archetype carries limits. Without defensive credibility, you risk being one-dimensional. Draymond just said, change the script. Be the guy who still scores, but also guards. Be the fulcrum that turns transition into defense, shot making into stops. That's star evolution. Pelicans fans know star evolution. They've seen guys grow, change, lead. Now Poole's in that cockpit. If he leans into defense, that elevates him to a new plane. That's what a guy like Steven Adams did, what Brandon Ingram tried. When offense leads but defense sticks, your team doesn't just win games, it changes seasons. Third, the psychological impact. Hearing that from Draymond is validation. Think about it, Poole has wrestled with criticism. He's had boom games, he's had droughts. He's had praise, he's had frustration. To hear a guy who embodies grit say, I see the underlayer, that hits home not just for Poole, but for every fan base watching. For Pelicans fans, it's bittersweet. You're rooting for someone you once had, hoping he climbs. You feel seen. You feel pride. You feel that connection because Poole's development reflects choices you made drafting him, growing him. It's a piece of your identity, and now Draymond's phrase handed it back. Fourth, what must Poole do? It's simple and enormous, show it. Don't just say I want to be a better defender. Show up in quarterly rotations. Show up switching pick and rolls, navigating screens, contesting, hustling back. It's about the could-be narrative becoming now. Pelicans fans, you'll want to see those clips when he hustles to help, when he reads the passing lane, when he forces turnovers. That's the TikTok, that's the flame tweet, that's the highlight reel, but most of all it's the foundation of belief. Make Draymond's words look prophetic. Make those Pelicans supporters smile from afar. Fifth, what does this mean for the Warriors-Pelicans dynamic? There's storyline overlap. Poole roots in New Orleans. Warriors, up north, powerhouse. Draymond tossing his view into the mix sparks talk. Will Poole return someday? Does his evolution make him more valuable here? The Pelicans have pieces. But Poole's combination of offense and defense could be a missing axis. Draymond's take stirs speculation. Could a mid-season trade surface? Could Poole's rising stock become Pelicans' reverie? Or is this just analysis, with no strings attached? Fans love theories like this. This quote fuels every one of them. As we ride through the season, watch for key moments, Poole's defensive highlights, mentions from coaches, analysts citing him as improved defensively. Watch for Draymond mention follow-ups. If Draymond doubles down, that becomes a full storyline. For Pelicans fans tracking, it's hopeful suspense. Alright, now picture this, the camera pans, media day again, reporters again asking Poole about the quote. He smiles. He nods. He says, I heard it. I've been working on that. It's not perfect yet, but I'm locked in. That's fire. That's narrative. That story. The energy shifts. Clips get made. Fans tweet, Poole is hungry. That's redemption, that's upgrade, that's momentum. Let's talk legacy. Draymond calling Poole a potential two-way weapon writes a line in the career ledger before Poole even responds on court. Pelicans fans, you're used to hoping legacy is built in Crescent City. But maybe Poole builds more elsewhere with that constant tension of proving himself. That underdog arc is supercharged when Draymond lights it. Forever, that shinier, bigger version of Poole will have a note, Draymond saw me.